Yes, get in there. Now that is what you call a sunrise. You join us at Trois, Iles. It's early November, a notorious time of year for big carp. And we are hoping to catch some absolute monsters. Whee! Yes, we are having a good time.
Scotty is in. I've got him.
A 63-pound mirror. I'm over the moon with this fish.
Net, get in there. Yes.
Scales all over it as well, this one.
A 55-pounder. The average size in this lake is absolutely incredible. The smallest one we've had is 47 pounds. Yes. We're in business. Oh my God, look at that. My God, Scott. Just 70 pounds. We've got a 58, a 65 and a 70.
Like a kid at Christmas.
Okay, so with regards to bait for our session here at Trois Iles, obviously bearing in mind it's November, so the water is getting cold at this time of year, and quite often, you know, I find myself using alternative baits on a lot of lakes, you know, sweet corn, maggots, that sort of stuff. But there is a certain amount of bream in here, which obviously affects the decision when choosing what I'm going to bait with. Now, I think when there's a lot of bream in the lake, a lot of the smaller food items are getting eaten by the bream, by the coarse fish, you know, the roach and whatnot. And in that situation, I think the carp are much more happy to eat bigger food items. And to be fair, when there's so many big fish in here and they see so much boilies, they obviously like boilies. They like boilies a lot. Hang on. And it's just a case of what boilies you're going to use. And at this time of year, I'm starting to come away from the fish meal type boilies. The oil content within a lot of them just means the attractors and stuff just aren't leaking out of them as readily, and they're just not as easily passed by the fish. So I like to change to a late October, getting towards November. I like to use cell or the fibre from mainline or the essential cell. They're the three sort of baits that I turn to when the water starts to cool. Now, I have brought a few shelf lice with me, so I've got a mixture in here. I've got 18mm frozen cell, I've got 15mm frozen cell, and I've got some 15mm banoffee shelf lifes. And there is a reason for bringing those shelf lifes. I want to fish with banoffee hook baits. Normally I make my own white ones, but in this situation I've basically just made a little bit of glug, like I mix the milky toffee flavour with the pear and banana and a little bit of sweetener, and poured that onto some match to hatch cell 18mm wafters. And just by having those 15mm banoffee boilies in my bucket of cell, put a bit of lake water in, the flavours are coming out of those banoffee boilies, it's sort of contaminating the cell. So that whole bucket is kicking off a little bit of banoffee, and again my hook baits are matching that. But the level of bait as well, that's an important thing. You know, we found last night that obviously the birds were getting on one of my spots, and I think there was a bit of a build up of bait getting out there, and I really don't think you need much. You know, they're not eating loads. I think six accurate spoms on a rod is enough. You know, is plenty enough. I've been putting 10 out, but yeah, I think 6 is enough. But it's better not to have too much out there. Obviously, you can't take it out. So my advice would be edge on the side of caution at this time of year. Use alternative baits if the bream will allow, or in this sort of case, if they don't allow, fish straight boilie, but just don't go too mad with it, and pick a boilie that suits cold weather fishing. Right then, I've decided to make a little change in that my left-hand rod that produced the 70 pounder hasn't done anything over the last 3 nights. Now the last 2 of those 3 nights I've been fishing out much further on the right hand of these 2 rods, 31 rod lengths of 9 feet, which is potentially cutting off that 25 wrap spot. Now, having caught 2 on the longer spot and having not caught on the shorter spot for a while, I've decided to put that one on the same spot. Obviously I've already baited it this afternoon. It's produced bites the last 2 nights going, but just single bites, and I'm wondering if by putting 2 on the same spot, I might be able to get, I don't know, maybe a couple of bites, but that remains to be seen. I'll give it a go tonight, and the 3rd one I'll keep out on that right-hand corner of the island, because that's been fairly consistent. Done 2 on the first night, 1 last night, and I just think it's a really good interception point, that one. You're playing, please like that show. Oh, that was filth. That was filthy. Well, it's the middle of the night. At some time, I've got no idea what time it is. I was very, very, very asleep. Woke up to a screaming take, and every single one I'm fishing out to the side of that island, they take a load of line off the take. It's almost like they're following the side of that island up towards the tip, because they definitely feel like they're hard to stop to start with. And then gradually it pulled round left, started to gain a little bit of line on it, and then just as I thought it had finished, it's taken another load of line. Really, really long way out this. But yeah, it looks pretty special out there, doesn't it? Of the mist just lifting off the lake. It's almost daylight with the full moon behind us. Right, I want to go over here, Scott. Oh, let's do that. Come on. Come on. Come on, you big hog. Go on. Yes. Good enough. That was a good fish there. That was a good one. They're all massive.